Biker, aja. Yeah, Biker aja. Hey, hello everyone at Luke Rides. So this is actually going to be an interesting video because it actually is not motorcycle related. Whoa. It's BMW related, but in the car world. Yes, you can love motorcycles and superbikes and supernakeds and adore them and still love cars and supercars. Did you know that? Did you know you could do that? Because you should know that you can do that. There is no two camps. There is no I love motorcycles but I don't love cars. They all use engines. They all are mechanical. They all have spirit. You just need to see that. Let's hit it. Intro time. Yeah.
It's showtime.
Oh, thanks for watching everybody at Luke Rides. The microphone did the best that it could. But it is the problem. That is the problem tuning the N54. You know, you can absolutely do it. You can have a stage 1 remap. What that means is that you are using the existing components. You haven't changed the intercooler, although some BMW forums recommend that you should change the intercooler. It's up to you. If you have the money, then Luke Rides gets it. Just do it. But it is interesting, isn't it? So unfortunately, one of the things with older, very powerful engines is that because they haven't had all of the refinement and the faults that the manufacturer have learned and all the problems the manufacturer have fixed to culminate into the engines we know now and since 2010. But if you try and remap an engine before 2010, then yeah, you're going to run into problems. But for the M54, apparently it is, you will eat up coil packs, or you will burn up your coil packs faster with a stage 1 map. Coil packs in the N54, a different unit was used on the N55, which is the twin scroll single turbo. Which apparently those coil packs can take an absolute beating on the M55 and they will keep going. They're very, very strong and they just don't fail. But then the wiring is more sophisticated on the M55 and more up to date, and of course BMW have learned how to improve and how to make the wiring and the electronics stronger on the M55 from all the lessons they learned from the M54 twin turbo. But that's the thing, it's the tricky part is you could spend all that, you could upgrade the turbocharge pipe if you want to upgrade the intercooler. Those are the only two parts for a stage 1 remap. Those are the only parts you would change. You wouldn't change anything else. But to go through all that expense, to then find you have an engine that then will misfire, you know, more frequently, and you know, it will never happen at a good time. That's the thing, it will never happen when you want it to happen. It will happen when you're accelerating, or you're going out for a drive, or you're going on a long distance journey. It will always happen at a really annoying time where it's like, why did you do it then? Oh, it caused me so many problems. The M55 is coil packs, very strong. They can take a stage 1 map very happily and not burn themselves out and wear a lot faster than the M54. It doesn't mean the coil packs on the M55, if you had a stage 1 remap, wouldn't die earlier. They would die earlier, but because BMW have learned their lessons from the M54, they've made the coil packs on the M55 have much longer life than the M54. So if you stage 1 map in M55 single turbo BMW, because the coil packs are a lot stronger, a lot better, the chances, the likelihood that you'll have that misfire will be much more later on compared to an M54. So, you know, it's kind of like that money you can put to a stage 1 map, and really you can put that towards an M55 and be more happier with reliability and less likely anything's going to go wrong. And you see on YouTube a lot of M135i's, the modern 335 to 340i's, the M40i's, single turbo twin scroll setup, 6 cylinders. Well, they just go on very happily on the stage 1 map. That's pretty cool, isn't it? That's pretty awesome. So that's why Luke rides, no matter how much you'd like to. And then the noise, you know, the thing is the noise. If you're going to remap the engine, you're going to want to delete the cat, you know, because you want the turbos to have no resistance. Because now you've unlocked them, you've unlocked the engine, you've taken away all the restrictions from the manufacturer, you've taken away the throttle restrictions. Even Luke Wright saw a very interesting video. There's an M140 or an M135i junior supercar, and it was a pretty experienced remapping and tuning company up country.
Cool.
And he was literally talking about how on the early M55s they're using a vacuum system of some kind, but on the later M55s BMW went to electronic boost something or other. But what he was showing was a really interesting chart, and he showed this chart of what's happening with the throttle when you go full power or half power, and he was showing this spot where the throttle body was throttle was at 35%. So you've got your foot down in your BMW straight 6 base supersonic turbo, and actually the engine's not giving you full power and full torque. It's not doing that. It's actually holding some of the torque and power back, and that's actually a little bit of code that BMW actually put in the computer system in the fuel map to tell the throttle to reduce power and torque. It was in a certain gear. It was like certain gear or certain circumstances. But you could also see that the factory throttle map was a little not like a beautiful, lovely straight 100% curve. There were parts where the throttle was not at 100%, where there was like 80% and then 85%, and it was like little dips in the throttle, and that was literally programmed in by BMW. And the reason why BMW do that is not because don't take it the wrong way. Don't take it as what Luke Price just said, is, oh, BMW are evil, oh, they build bad cars, oh my god, they build bad supercars, oh, that's so stupid, why do they do that? They're not bad. They're not bad at all. They're not being bad to you. They have to do that to meet the emissions and noise regulations to make these straight 6 turbos actually pass Euro 6 or be Euro 7 at some point, just so we can have them, just so we can drive them and have them and they be on the road, all because of emissions, all because of that, all because BMW, if they don't meet those regulations, they can give you an M135i, they can give you an M40i junior supercar, they can give you them. Literally, government won't allow BMW to sell them. So, but it was really interesting how once the company had taken away all the restrictions and all the little things that BMW did to the throttle to meet emissions, and then it was just, the throttle was just a lovely straight curve, 100% at all times. And even when he started driving after the first remap, he went, whoa, The response from that straight six turbo is so fast. It's so much more better. It's so quick. She is lively. She's absolutely going for it. The throttle's so fast, so sharp. And that was just in the first 5 miles. And it's like, whoa. Whether that would be the same case of the N54, Christ doesn't know, but it's not worth it. So yeah, that's why, and the louder, and obviously the decap as well. You know, there was a time where Luke rides, you know, he was young, he didn't understand. Now he's gotten older, he understands that when you make a lot of noise with a car, when you make a lot of noise switching your supercar or supercar, you will upset people. And how those people that you upset can affect your world, can affect your home, and you don't want that. You want these people to leave you alone and be happy where you are and who you are, and not to go, I hate you, that's it, oh, I'm gonna complain. You know, you don't want that. Obviously, once you're riding outside of home after a mile, it doesn't matter because no one's gonna know who you are, so it doesn't fucking matter. But around home, I'm very lucky to have neighbours that don't mind you having naturally sounding motorcycles. You are very lucky. But once you've seen the videos of decatted 335i's, M1 335i's, and you go, holy shit, that is literally the sounds vibrating off buildings, and literally you could hear a half mile away. I mean, just because you've got a massive capacity, you've got 3 litres, and you go, oh, that's not much. Yeah, compare that to a little baby 1.4 4-cylinder, and then compare it to a gigantic 6-cylinder, and you go, holy shit, that's a big difference. And it's the way that the more cylinders and the bigger bore you produce, because there's more gases and more pressure and more kind of explosive force coming from those cylinders, it translates into sound. You know, that's why if you were near say a V10 or a V12 and it had a standard exhaust system with a catalytic converter, it's going to sound like a V10, V12, actually sound pretty pleasant. Take away the cat, take away the resonators, and then you'll go, okay, this literally, I've been deafened. Not that it would happen with a straight six turbo, but it would be just hearing the bangs, you know, just letting off the throttle when you just got these 6 cylinders going, and you hear a you know, like, what? It's like the most gorgeous sounds, you know, like, it's like blah 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 blah, because you got these 6 cylinders. So what happens in the straight six is it's not just one cylinder going you've got 2 detonating at the same time. So you've actually got 2 cylinders going, not 1, 2. 2 cylinders going, you know, and that it's, you know, anything over a straight 6 turbo, anything straight 6 turbo, junior supercar, they actually do have heartbeats. If you take away the cat and all the sound deadening resonators, literally the engine's singing. Literally the engine has a heartbeat. Just like Kawasaki ZX Tonale Superbike, R19 Racer Classic Superbike, R1 Superbike, Panigale Superbike, Yamaha Superbike. These big, the most powerful, fastest, most insane, largest capacity engines. You hear them sing. They make a noise no other engines make. But hey, so that's a bit of an insider for you, everyone. See if Luke Price can drink his coffee. And he can! Luke Price can keep up that joke then. Whoa. Bugger! We'll get the coffee. Really good, yeah.
The way we.
The little rascal has spirit. As water.
This is the end of the trail for me.
Thank you.
Thank you, kid.
New crazy, that coffee.